It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to Charlie Brown Memorial Baseball Field. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on 96.3 FM KOVC online over at newsdakota.com and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Sorry about the blowback there, everybody. Someone messed with my knobs, but hopefully that's a even out for y'all on that one. But we have ourselves our final home game of the year for the Valley City Post 60 Royals as Post 60 takes on the Kindred Vikings. Valley City coming in. Well, they're going to try to come in here and try to go into these last two games of the season. Both those will be on the road, I should say, two series with some momentum. Now, Valley City, it's kind of been, they've been a team that kind of got out a little bit of a slow start this year. A lot of expectations considering what they did last year. Getting out to what could be considered a kind of rather sluggish 4-4 start. Since that 4-4 start, they've just done what they've needed to do, going 11-2 since then. Only one loss in the West Region play, other one being a 11-7 non-region loss to Wapton, in which Valley City very well could have won that game, just did not play their sharpest. But there's going to be another test here against Kindred, and Kindred's always been a very solidly run team. It doesn't take, that's not news to anybody that's followed North Dakota athletics at a high school level for anything. They've always got solid athletes at pretty much every single sport. You don't expect this really to be any different as we get to our Sanford Health pregame show. Here for all, here for good. You take a look at how things have gone for the Post 60 Royals over the past few series. It was a rather impressive display over Mandan. A couple of 11-1 wins. Minot Metros, those were two impressive wins, 7-1 and then 18-4. Midway Minto 7-0. Castleton Haymakers win that game 4-1. The recent loss was to the Bismarck Representatives. That was a 2-0 loss, but they did shut out Bismarck in that first game, 6-0. That Bismarck Representatives loss, I think, was actually a very good thing for Valley City because I think they all knew what was awaiting for them out east, but over on the west side of things, it had been, rather kind of a little too easy at times maybe for Post 60, and just the idea that they could lose out in the west side was, I think, very helpful for them. And I think when you've seen them play teams out west, especially against Minot and Mandan, two of the teams that you expect to, be contending up for a state tournament spot during that West Region tournament, they probably put together, I would say, two of their most impressive outings. So sometimes, losing, of course, always sucks. You never want to be caught in a slump for too long. But always, you're gonna again try to move on and try to be able to do what you have to do. Now, you take a look at this Kindred team. This is going to be a Kindred team that. Again, we talked about the athletes for Kindred and what they're able to do. This post 117, by the way, about a 500 team this year, but you kind of take a look at the teams they played, and there's a lot of good teams on here. We know about Park River. They got a split with Park River. Beat the Aces twice in West Fargo. Beat the Comets twice. Couple losses outside in South Dakota. A couple wins out of North Dakota as well. Lost to the Vets. Split against the Jets. Got a split against the Castleton Haymakers. Got a loss to Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake, as we know, is going to be a really good team over in the Legion season. Sweep over Hillsborough Central Valley. Split over Wahpeton. Not a split against Detroit Lakes. They won the first one 8-3 and then tied the second one 5-5. Let's see, a win over the Fargo 2 Jets, and their last kind of two games, a win over Wahpeton and then a small loss over the Haymaker. So if you're looking at kind of common opponents, you're seeing them split. It's kind of a reverse split almost. It's like Valley City has beat the Haymakers but lost to Wahpeton, but Valley City and it's the opposite way around. So Valley City lost to Wahpeton but beat Castleton, and meanwhile Kindred lost to Castleton but beat Wahpeton. Sometimes it's weird like that. But again, this is also going to be another good barometer of where you're going to be. And this is, again, you got to credit Valley City for taking up games like this in terms of, stepping up to the challenge a little bit here. And again, the record probably doesn't look quite as impressive as it did last year. We talked about going into that, state tournament last year with a record that was sitting at what, 22 and 3, something like that. But it was just it was a team that had a really good record, but you knew they were kind of unchallenged. A game against Castleton, who you split against in the regular season, but you knew that even though that they were only qualified because they were hosting, you also knew that that team was going to challenge you. And that loss to Castleton, I think, maybe was a result of not getting challenged very much. And again, I think Valley City, for the most part, is going out of their way to schedule as much quality competition as they can. Now they're going to end off this season with a back-to-back road trip on Friday, Saturday. Those games will be over in Williston and Watts City, starting in Williston, then going to Watts City on Saturday, discussing how the pitching is going to be deployed in this game. Essentially, all hands on deck. Anybody and everybody could be expected to pitch in this one. Valley City, of course, wants to avoid anybody being not able to go the for at least the last two games. But I think Valley City probably has. I don't know if Bryson Heck or James Schwer are going to go in this one again. You don't really want to risk them not being able to go. At least I think you're probably going to see James Schwer and Bryson Heck. I don't know if they're going to start in the same series, kind of like how we've seen before. But I think you might see them go. James Schwer has his start against Williston, and then Bryson Heck has a start against Watt City. Essentially, Valley City is at least going to hedge that they're going to try to get a split out of this and get a win against both teams. But I think this is an opportunity really to see, kind of when you get down to tournament time, you're going to have games like this. You're going to have situations like this when, you're going to need somebody to give you 30 pitches here and somebody to give you 40 here and then somebody to give you another 30, 40 here. So, I mean, even though this is a non-region game, and again, for Valley City, this is going to be a game that they obviously want to win. Senior Day, you got Jack Samuelson, Bryson Eck, and Trevor Fetch all, being celebrated essentially on Senior Day here. Um, you obviously want to win this game, but this is a game that if Valley City starts kicking it around a little bit or if things just aren't going their way, I don't think this is necessarily going to be a game Valley City's going to chase. So this is again, I think this is a good test for an arm like a Leighton Hendrickson, and you might also see Trevor, or not Trevor Fetch, but you might also see Corbin Powell. Speaking of seniors coming to this game, essentially this could be kind of all hands on deck if we get and give you an idea of come tournament time and we got to piecemeal a game together, who can give you what in what situation. So this will be interesting to see what we got coming up here today. Valley City plays Kindred post 119. First pitch coming up here in a little bit as we finish up our Senior Day festivities. Take a look here at the starting lineups here on our Sanford L pregame show. Here for all, here for good. It'll be Brody Bumgardner leading off for Kindred. He'll be in center field, followed up by Jake Shillman at second base. Carson Getty will be in left field, followed up by Tyler Gronwald at third base. Fisher Johnson on the mound today, batting fifth. Batting sixth will be first baseman Max Bernier. In right field, batting seventh will be Jeremy Knight. Behind the dish and catching will be Graham Hess. And rounding out the lineup, shortstop Gabe Iverson. For the Valley City post 60 Royals, it'll be Corbin Powell catching and leading off, followed up by the third baseman Jack Samuelson. Andrew Sikora will be in right field. Leighton Hendrickson pitching today and cleaning up. James Schwer in the 5-hole, and at first base, Adam Shenenko at the DH spot. Chase Coughlin in the 7-hole, and at second base, Trevor Fetch at shortstop, and Bryson Eck in center field. Low man out of the lineup, that'll be Luke Praska, who will be manning left field. Also, an opportunity to see what the likes of Chase Coughlin can give you offensively. Again, I really like the offensive upside he can bring you. In terms of he doesn't look matched out there very often, but he's again facing a quality team like Kindred, and again a game that you want to win, but you're not going to chase, and you're also going to give some kids some opportunities as well. And this is it's a good measuring stick type of game. It is a good measuring stick type of game because Kindred is fully capable of putting together 2-3 wins in a region tournament and finding themselves in the state tournament as the team nobody wants to face. So for Valley City again, you got the last two series of the year coming up here Friday, Saturday. Got the region tournament, of course, starting up over in Dickinson next week. And then if hopefully everything goes well over in Dickinson, you got the state tournament. That'll be over in Williston. So let the West Coast road trip begin after this game. So Valley City, post 60 takes on Kindred at post 119. Again, Kindred, a bit of a deceiving record, I would say. Again, matched out East, going to be playing some, higher quality competition than what Valley City is, but we saw how last year a team with a near 500 record in Castleton, I think it might have even been below 500, showed up and shocked Valley City, who was the top seed out west. And to be fair, we also saw that with Valley City when they were still out east, a team that I don't even know if they were at a 500 record when they made the state tournament, but they showed up, shocked one of the top teams out west, and came very close to beating Kindred in one of those semifinals and came close to surviving against Mandan. But this should be a very interesting game. Very interesting game as Post 60 tries to again head into the final couple series with some momentum. If you're wondering how the two kind of B squad games went yesterday, it was a split afternoon for Valley City. Won the first game against Kindred, and it was a 12-11 win, and then lost against Castleton 17-7, in which they had a bit of a blow-up inning in that game where I think they allowed like 10, 15 runs in a single inning. So it was just one of those games, but this is going to be interesting. Again, you get someone in there and Chase Coughlin who doesn't get a whole lot of ABs, mostly kind of the lone defender out there in terms of the guy that's left out of the lineup, but he gives you a little bit of gives you something to look at here. And I think it's worth reminding everyone that Valley City, even though they won the region tournament pretty handily last year, you have to remember that first game, nothing was going right for Valley City. They had to come back and beat a very pesky, I think it was Williston team, and it was somebody that didn't play that often, and Adam Shenenko, who came off the bench and got the game-winning it was the game-winning knock that ended up winning the game for Valley City. So, again, you got to have strength, not only 1 through 9 in your batting order, but it's helpful to have, 1 through 11, a couple guys you can call on to pinch hit and, play good defense there as well. So you kind of look around what we've seen this year from Valley City. I think catcher, you already knew that you probably had one of the best catchers in the state, and it's proven as so offensively and defensively. Jack Samuelson, bit of an up and down spring season over at shortstop, has had, I would say, a very good season over at third base. Andrew Sikora has been I would say a really pleasant surprise with the bat. This kind of Leighton Hendrickson, James Schwer both hit better than they did in the spring season. Parker Olsma not in the lineup today, but he's hit way better than he did in the springtime. Likes of Shenenko and Coughlin have been progressing as well. And again, you always like the senior additions of Fetch and Heck coming back to give you a little bit more depth. So I think there's a lot of promise for this Valley City team as we now start getting our way closer and closer to the postseason. But now it's time to start putting everything together as the games start getting more and more serious. We'll be back here in a little bit with our first pitch right after this break for the national anthem here on KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangela, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
And we are back here, everyone, as we get set for the first pitch today between the Post 60 Royals and the Post 119 Kindred Vikings. Now, Valley City coming in with a pretty nice record on the year. Again, got up to kind of a sluggish start on the season, but since then they've been able to kind of pack things together and get it rolling in the right direction. Going 11-2 in their last 13 games. They're going to be taking on a Kindred Post 117 team, 17-13-1 on the year. Again, playing out east. That's not a bad record. So this is going to be a good test for Post 60. Again, expect all hands to kind of be on deck pitching today. Don't expect anyone to really go deep into this game. It'll be Leighton Hendrickson starting off today for Valley City in what should be a bullpen afternoon. Leading off for the Kindred Vikings will be Brody Baumgarten. Baumgarten and chopper over to third. Samuelson's got on a hop. Throw to first is going to be in plenty of time over to James Schwer for out number one. Well, that's what, in a bullpen game, that's what you like to see. Quick outs, as that'll be an easy 5-3 ground out. So 5:32 p.m. first pitch, a temperature of 88 degrees. And we are all laughing at that 88 degrees. Says it feels like 91. It's humid out there. It's a little muggy, buggy out there today. That first pitch by Leighton to the second batter today will be Jake Schallman. Will miss inside, and the count will start off at 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. That'll be outside, and the count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. So now you got Leighton. Again, he's been alongside with, you'd say, alongside some other players for Valley City, I've started to give them a little bit more lengths, or a little bit more options in terms of pitching, but now he's found himself down a count 3-0. I'll be low and in the dirt, ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk as Hendrickson gets the quickest result you can and then issues the quickest walk you can on 4 pitches. So this will bring up Carson Getty. Getty in left field today, so man over at first base here with 1 down. And along with Leighton Hendrickson, along with the likes of Brody Mueller, I would say have proven for Valley City that they can be that kind of 3rd, 4th starter for Valley City. That'll be a line drive out in the left field. That's going to fall in front of Luke Proska for a knock. Runner at second. It'll take about 4 feet off second base, and he'll turn back. So that'll be the first hit of the day as Getty does a good job slapping that one the other way. It's also a good opportunity for Leighton Hendrickson. Again, he's gotten deep into games. He's had good performances. This is going to be a step up for him. Again, this is what these type of games are meant for Valley City is, okay, you know the level that you're going to be facing on one side of the state. Now here's where the competition on the other side of the state comes into play. Gronwald, the third baseman, digging in with 2 men on and 1 down. Valley City pinching in over at first base a little bit with James Schwer. That pitch will be in there for a strike. Start things out at no balls, 1 strike. Leighton Hendrickson looking in at Corbin Powell. Will come set at the buckle. And still takes a look back at the man at second. Will kick fire. And that'll be just off the plate. And the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Hendrickson trying to work around 2 base runners. And that'll be just a bit low. And Valley City, yeah, they're probably looking for, a little bit more levity in the strike zone. I don't think they care if it goes one way or both ways. They just kind of, maybe like a little bit more on the corners there. Again, working on a kind of restricted pitch count. That'll be in there for a strike, and the count goes 2-2 for those wondering what it is. If Leighton's starting this one, I assume that he probably will be used on the game Saturday. So the most pitches he could throw is 60 in this one and be good to go for Saturday. Ground ball to third. Samuelson comes over and gets it. Throw over to first and makes a heck of a throw. Samuelson does a good job there, sliding down to get that. And we talked a little bit about, when he was at shortstop in the spring, that sometimes he'd get ahead of himself and rush the play a little bit. That time does a good job of staying composed. Trust his arm strength. That's a big thing there. Trust his arm strength. Make a good solid throw over to James Schwer, and that's an out. Both men move up 90 feet, so runners at second and third here with 2 down. This will bring up pitcher Fisher Johnson. Johnson will foul that one off, and the count will start off here 0-1. Jack Samuelson, of course, going to Iowa Central Community College this upcoming fall. And, again, I think he's going to get moved to the outfield or might go to first base. But for all the struggles he had at shortstop in the spring defensively, he's been very, very good at times over at third base. That'll be buzzing the tower up and inside. The count will go to 1-1. Again, the game seems to be slower for him over at third base, which I think has really bolstered his confidence defensively. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 men on and 2 down. Line drive, flare shot off the bat. Bryson Heck in pursuit. Looks like he's got a beat on it, and he'll move over to make the catch. So Bryson's got to move over a little bit to make that catch, but ultimately will bring that one in to sit him down, and we now have half an inning of play in the book. So after half an inning, it is Vikings 0, Valley City coming up. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And we are back here on the Voice of the Valley, 1490 AM, 96.3 FM KOVC, and over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Now, it'll be Corbin Powell set to lead off this inning for Valley City as Corbin Powell switching up his commitment, going to Alexandria Tech, I believe. I heard from Mr. Powell before this game started. Of course, coaching change going on at UMary, so he opened up his enrollment again, so he's going from was going to UMary, now going to Alexandria Tech. First pitch here to Powell in there for a strike. That'll miss up in the zone. It'll go to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody down. Pitch here by Johnson. Powell will smoke this one to center field, but center fielder has a beat on it. And he'll take a couple steps in to bring that one down for the first out. And Baumgarten didn't really have to do much of anything on that one. Kind of was hit straight to him and maybe took a couple steps back and then just a quick step in to retire Powell. Wind conditions today, got wind blowing pretty much straight in. So anything that's hit directly up in the sky, as Powell's was, is going to get knocked down pretty easily. Samuelson going to smoke this one on a rope, and that'll be into center field for a knock. So Samuelson opens up his account early on in this one. So Samuelson, 1 for 1 on one swing of the bat, and this will bring up the right fielder, Andrew Sikora. Sikora played a lot of right field in the springtime, has played most of his time this summer over at first base, getting James Schwer some defensive reps in this game, along with getting Chase Coughlin some reps in the box as well. That'll be in there for a strike to the Valley City right fielder, and that'll be in there. And it'll start off 0-1. Layden Hendrickson, the pitcher, waiting in the on-deck circle. And that'll be top of the zone for a called strike, and it'll go to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. Man on first base is Samuelson, more of a situational stolen base guy. He's getting decent side lead off first base. That'll be low and in the dirt, smothered by Hess. And that'll keep Samuelson plastered over to his original starting spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Samuelson creeping away from first base. Next pitch. That'll be in there. Called strike 3. Sikora didn't get the bat off his shoulder. And sometimes you see Sikora strike out, but very rarely do you see him go down without ever swinging the bat. Not an overly aggressive hitter, but knows the strike zone pretty well. Got rung up that time. So 2 down here. And on first base. See if Samuelson gets a little aggressive trying to run. They go pick up, move over to first base. Samuelson was off on the first movement. And that ball will almost get thrown away, but Samuelson beats it with a head-first dive. So Samuelson went on a first movement of the pitcher, and even as a righty, that was actually a nice snap move by Johnson. But Samuelson, good speed, able to hustle it out to second base and move himself in the scoring position. Now Hendrickson takes that one up high, and the count will go to 1-0. 1 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Man in scoring position here for Valley City. Johnson looks the man back. Hendrickson takes a rip at that one. Will foul that one up and over the netting, and the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Hendrickson, most likely when he's pulled off the mound after, I would say, 2-3 innings, he will move to his, move to the outfield. That'll be fouled away, and they'll go to 1-2. It's interesting for Valley City is who's going to play shortstop next year on the spring team. Of course, Fetch and Samuelson are the guys that would most likely play it for the summer team. Of course, they're both gone next year, so it'll be interesting to see who's going to take it. And Hendrickson has the athletic profile to be able to play it. That'll be low and away, and the count goes 2-2. I'd actually say between him and Parker Rolsema might be an interesting shot to see who gets that chance next year over at shortstop for the high school team. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Layton. Just up and inside, and it'll go to a full 3-2. Samuelson under no obligation to take off and run here on this 3-2 count with no trail runner behind him. Johnson looks the man back. Layton, little fly ball into left center field. That one's dropping, and no, it drops in. Diving effort made out in left field by Getty, and, well, he dove. The ball disappeared. You're thinking, no way did he catch that. And then you saw the white dot behind him, blended in slightly with the white uniform, but separate from the glove. And Layton Hendrickson will pick up an RBI knock. So Hendrickson puts Valley City on top by a score of 1-0 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. This will bring up first baseman James Schwer. Good piece of hitting there by Layton. Just drop it into that left center gap. A lot of hits out there, and just was able to find a patch of grass to fall into. Brody Mueller on the base pass for Valley City for the courtesy run. Good sliding block there by Getty. Keep that one in front of him, and the count will start off here at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down. Mueller, decent-sized lead off at first base. Now good pickoff move. He'll be back in there with a head-first dive. So even for a righty, Fisher Johnson's got a nice little pickoff move. Talk about how Bryson Heck's got a good pickoff move for a righty. Johnson's got a good snap to his, too. Schwer goes swing out of that one. Comes up empty, and the count goes to 1-1. So Valley City, 1 stolen base so far, but they have not challenged the arm yet of Graham Hess. Valley City was able to get themselves into scoring position off Jack Samuelson, beating out a pickoff throw to first base. Now Mueller faked like he was going on the pitch, and then he'll scamper back to first. That one just collects the bottom corner of the zone, and he'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. The pitch. Schwer off the handle, but that looks like to be right to the left fielder. Left fielder taking a little adventurous route to the ball, but we'll find it in the end, and that'll bring a end to our first inning. But Valley City manages to capitalize with a 2-out knock from Leighton Hendrickson to drive in Jack Samuelson from second base. So after 1, it's Valley City 1, Kindred nothing. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Max Bernier coming on here for the Kindred Vikings as we start out our second inning of play. First pitch by Leighton Hendrickson in there for a called strike, and that'll start things out at 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike here to the Kindred first baseman. Jeremy Knight, the next man due up. This will be a high fly ball, and it looks like Fetch has got the read on, trying to block out the sun with the glove, and he'll bring that one in for out number 1. So, good catch there by Fetch, and this will bring up Jeremy Knight, the right fielder. Jeremy Knight getting his first AB of the game. He'll be followed up in the order by Graham Hess, so it was 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Kindred Vikings in this inning. Gabe Iverson rounds out the spot in the 9-hole. Corbin tries to frame that one up on the outside. Not much leeway being given on either corner today for both sides. 1 ball, no strikes here to Knight. Hendrickson back into the windup, kicks, fires, goes slider, doesn't get enough break on it, and leaves it on the back porch and not the back door, and it'll go to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Hendrickson looking in at the target, and kind of a hot day here in Valley City, 88 degrees, feels like 91. That'll be slap foul, and the count will go to 2 balls and a 1 strike. So Hendrickson, again, going to be on a pitch count today due to Valley City wanting to save arms for the games on Friday and Saturday over in Williston and Watford City. That was a fastball that gets away from him, and the count will go to 3-1. So it's 88 degrees with 56% humidity. So the temperature right now on the field feels closer to 91 than it does to the original 88. 3-1 pitch, and he'll get the outside corner that time. Fell off the mound a little bit on that one, but ultimately able to pick up the strike. So money pitch coming up here for Hendrickson as he tries to prevent Knight from getting on. 3-2 pitch here for Hendrickson. Looks in at Powell. Into the windup, kicks, fires, and leaves the fastball off the outer half for ball 4. So for the second inning in a row, Kindred gets the first man out in pretty quick fashion and then able to draw a walk the very next batter. Hendrickson was able to work his way out of 2 base runners with 1 down in the last inning. Now he's got 1 on with 1 down, and the catcher Graham Hess coming up. Hendrickson checks the runner and will fire. That's up high. Goes to 1-0, and talked about it in the Sanford Health pregame show about how not only is this a test really for kind of everyone outside of the big 2 starters of, you would say, Bryson Heck and James Schwer, in terms of being able to determine if you can piecemeal a game together come tournament time, but it's also a test in terms of conditions as well. We've had a pretty mild summer here in North Dakota. Now it's starting to get into some actual summertime temperatures, and again, going out there laboring on the mound, you know, for the first time all year, your fingers actually have a little bit of sweat to them. Be interesting, how you pace yourself. Runner off and going. That'll be fouled away. Not a bad jump there by Knight. It was going to take a good throw by Corbin to get him, but count now moves to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the catcher, Graham Hess. Powell does have an open window to throw to at first base. I've seen multiple back picks this year by the Valley City backstop. Hendrickson comes set, takes 1 quick glance at the runner, will go home. This will be fouled away, almost exact same spot, and it'll stick at 1-2. So Layton looking for that put away stuff. He's checking the scoreboard over and over, so I think he might be looking at the pitch count. That'll be fouled away again, so Layton having a tough time sitting down Hess. And we saw this a little bit earlier in the season as well, where he just couldn't get the put away stuff and just kept fouling it off, and eventually cracked there a little bit. Now he's in a battle here. He's in a good count. Runner off and going. That'll miss high. Throw by Powell is way over everybody. Good thing Bryson Heck's backing it up. That ball is actually thrown so hard that it pretty much got to Bryson Heck, who just wasn't in your traditional backup spot, but that ball essentially just slipped right out of the hand of Powell and was skied. And, well, not really a chance for the diminutive Trevor Fetch or the slightly less diminutive Chase Conklin to go up and get that. 2-2 pitch. That'll be shot down the right field line, but foul once again. And these are the worst type of battles to go through if you're a pitcher, because you wouldn't necessarily say Hess has taken a good swing at the ball yet. He's been late on pretty much everything, and as a pitcher, you're feeling like they're not trying to hit the ball, they're just trying to foul it off, and Hess fouls it off again. You can see Layton getting exasperated out there, wondering what he's got to do. He's not missing in bad spots. He's throwing inside, he's going outside, and Hess just keeps taking the same kind of late defensive swing and fouling it off. And again, as a pitcher, sometimes you feel like they're not even trying to hit it, they're just trying to nick it. And that's a frustration fastball as that misses up and out of the zone, as you almost expand the zone hoping that he's going to just swing and miss at it. Well, he keeps the bat plastered on his shoulder, and now he's in the trenches here a little bit, trying to get out of this. Full count pitch after being up 1-2. Oh, goes off speed, pulls the string, gets Hess to swing out in front. And for Hendrickson, that feels good right there. Again, Hess did exactly what you want your 8-hole hitter to do, which is be a pest, run up the pitch count. And now this will bring up Gabe Iverson. So looking at the pitch count and how it sits right now, Hendrickson would have to sit a day. As soon as he cracks the 46 pitch threshold, he'd have to wait 2 days. I'll be swung on and missed. Corbin going for the back pick. Not a bad shout. Did they get him? No, he didn't. Runner got really far off second base, and as weird as it might sound to say, why are you trying to back pick somebody at second? Corbin's about one of the only guys you trust to do it, and he nearly got him again. 0-1 pitch for Hendrickson as he faces the 9-hole hitter. That'll be just inside, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hendrickson sizing up his target in Powell. Runner dancing around over at second base. Ground ball, that'll go foul, and it'll go to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Gabe Iverson. So Hendrickson looking to make it 2 scoreless innings. Now looks down the man at home plate. Now comes set at the buckle. Doesn't even look the man back at second base. Kicks and fires home, breezes him up and inside, and it'll go to 2-2. Iverson stood in there statuesquely. Didn't even move on that brushback. Now the wind's starting to blow in here over to right center. Kick here by Hendrickson, 2-2 pitch, slapped out in the left center. That's going to fall down for a hit. And Hendrickson has, it dives out of Praska's glove. Throw in from Valley City. He'll keep the runner at first base. Praska went diving for it, couldn't come up with it. And that'll be an RBI knock for Gabe Iverson. Give credit to Praska. He got on his horse, tried to find it. I thought that ball was going to be dead in the gap from the beginning, but Praska closed in on it well, and looks like he almost dove a little too early at the ball. Kind of, I think, got on the ball a little quicker than he thought, and Hendrickson loses control of that one, and that'll go flying behind the batter, and it'll go to a 1-0 count. And that one just slipped out of the hand of Hendrickson. So now this bring up Brody Baumgartner as Kindred now has tied the game up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Hendrickson, well, I think he might be talking to himself. He's holding his glove up to his mouth, and those conversations are usually never pleasant. And that's going to go up to 2-0. And now this is, you can see the body language a little bit. He feels like he should be out of this inning, but he's got to be able to shake it off. I'll be fouled away, and it goes to 2-1. Sometimes that's hard. Hendrickson had a pretty efficient first inning, which it was like 12, 13 pitches, whatever it was, and now he's kind of in a dogfight here, where now he's trying to finish up this batter as quickly as he can. Runner's going to take off and go. This one hit high into the air, and Hendrickson's not even checking the runner at second base, and I mean, that's essentially giving the runner a stolen base, to which some pitchers don't really care if a runner tries to go for third, just on the idea of they're running anyway on first contact. They're going to get in on a ball in the outfield no matter what. 2-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt, and it goes to a full 3-2. Back pick over to second, and Coughlin kind of overtook Fetch for the ball. I think the runner was going to get back regardless, but Fetch was the one standing at second base. Coughlin was the one that came crashing in. You kind of want your middle infielders to talk to each other a little bit on that one. So full count pitch here. Hendrickson comes set, checks the runner back at second, and they're going to call a balk. And on that one right there, that's just, runner was dancing around there, and kind of middle infielder moved in. I think it might have been Fetch to hold him on, and Hendrickson just kind of got caught looking. And that'll be a hit by pitch, and Hendrickson's just all out of whack right now. And yeah, this is going to be Chase Carpenter coming out, and this is at 43 pitches, so this is going to be right at the point. And you can tell Hendrickson's frustrated with himself right now, as he wanted to get through 2 innings, and I think he put a lot of pressure on himself to get through 2 innings. He also looks like that he might have pulled something a little bit. I mean, he's doubled over right now, holding his hands on his knees, and that's the last thing Valley City needs is an injury, not only to one of their, pitchers, but also to somebody that, important in the batting order as well that hits cleanup. So Hendrickson's going to get pulled out of this one, and be interesting to see if he comes back in this game. Again, he's kind of holding, I would say, his oblique a little bit. As, don't know if he tried to overthrow that one a little bit. And talking about conditions like this, sometimes it also comes down to getting enough water in terms of that as well. If you got something that flares up or cramps up on you, you haven't had to drink a lot of water this year in terms of conditions, but you got sweltering conditions like today, gotta be fully hydrated out there. So Valley City going to make a pitching change in this one. I get the number for you. I believe this might be Cole Bollinger coming in pitch for Valley City. So back here after the pitching change is completed here on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Cole Bollinger coming in to replace Leighton Hendrickson. And as far as I can tell, I don't think Hendrickson's come out from the dugout as well. Saw Bollinger against the Minot Metros be able to shut down Minot and be able to keep them blank for 3 innings, be able to help kind of save Valley City's pitching staff there a little bit. So now he's going to be entrusted to go few in this one. So Bollinger, wouldn't be surprised if he has a little bit longer leash than Hendrickson in terms of what they might allow him to go on. But in terms of how this afternoon went for Leighton Hendrickson, good first inning, second inning. I think he was a little frustrated, he lost focus a little bit, but again, also looked like that he might have been dealing with something out there on the mound as well. Runner off and going, Powell. Oh, my goodness. There was a cross-up of some kind. So it'll be an error on Powell. So for those of you that are not watching along on KOVC Live, Powell nearly drilled his pitcher in the back. Bollinger bolted off the mound because Powell popped up and was acting like he was going to throw down to second. And Powell either lost the handle on the ball or he thought, or there was just a mix-up on a sign somewhere. So no balls, 1 strike, and that'll move the count here to 1-1. So now Kindred in front 2-1 on the air by Powell. So that's a dubious way to fall behind in a game. That'll be in there, and the count goes to 1-2. So Powell has had a couple of throws that he probably would have liked to have had back in this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now kick and fire. That'll be a check swing and fouled off, and the count remains at 1-2. That a base runner that came around to score on that one only was at third base because of a balk by Hendrickson. So that balk did set the tables for that play to occur. So now the count goes to 2-2 as Bollinger now at 5 pitches. The pitch fouled away. So the count now remains at 2-2. For Bollinger, it's just going to be about consistently throwing strikes. If they get to you, they get to you. But again, his role is going to be to go out here and give his team some consistency. This will be slapped down the left field line. I mean, this is just a pesky Kindred order from the looks of it. They're not really doing anything spectacular with the bat. They've got 2 hits in this one. One of them was a first inning single by Carson Getty. But, they're just not going down easy. This will be a line drive. Coughlin gets in the way of it, and he'll bring it in for the final out. So Valley City not able to limit the damage. It's more 2-out runs that come in against Valley City this season. That's been an issue for them. But Kindred will take a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, back here after this break.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
2-1 ball game as we go to our bottom of the second inning here on KOVC. And Valley City that inning just going through it from the Leighton Hendrickson perspective. Again, he walked somebody he didn't want to walk, and well, he got a fly ball in the gap, and on the mound, you could just tell that he really wanted he wanted that catch to have been made, and kind of ate him up there a little bit. And I mean, it's also, again, looking at the way that he was kind of doubled over a little bit, he might have been dealing with some tightness or some cramping on the mound as well, which could have been affecting things. But, and he probably knew that he was on he definitely knew he was on a pitch count today. And, you know, he saw at times where he's turning around almost every other pitch and looking back at the board. And, again, sometimes being on that count does throw you off a little bit. You're almost focusing on, you know, you're focusing on the pitch count more than you are on the batter sometimes. Shenenko hits this one off the end of the bat over to third. Soft throw over to first base. He'll get there in plenty of time for out number one. This will bring up Chase Coughlin. Nice play over at second base to end that top half of the second inning. But you go down to kind of how that game, how it's 2-1 right now, and, well, defensive lapses, you could say, in terms of giving them a run there. That'll be a bloop, and that's in shallow right field. Right fielder's got a beat on it. Second baseman was stumbling over himself. Well, the right fielder will move over to make that catch with no trouble whatsoever. And this will bring up Trevor Fetch, but you look at how they get a run. Look how they get their two runs. You know, first run gets set up by guy running on Corbin Pound. Again, you don't know if you got him. It was going to be close even on a good throw, but you know, you don't give yourself a chance. You throw it high, and then you block the guy over to third base. And then you kind of block the guy, and then you allow the guy to get in the second base off the steal. And then I'll be in there for a strike. The count goes 1-1 here to Fetch. So the single goes out of the glove of Proska on the dive. That's okay. Then you allow the tying or the go-ahead run to get over to second base on another bad throw, as Fetch will go up the middle here for a single. So that'll keep the inning alive here for Bryson Heck. Just kind of look at all the things that kind of added up in that inning. The tying run got blocked over to third base on that. And, again, that run was coming in and scoring regardless, just due to it being 2 outs. 1 out, okay, maybe he tags up at second, but way it was, that runner was coming in and scoring. You allow the go-ahead run to come in on a bad throw down to first base. This will be hit out to center field. Center fielder, though, has got a good read on it, and he'll bring that in for the third and final out. So Bryson makes decent contact, but gets a little too far underneath of it, and that'll bring things to an end here in our second inning of play. So Valley City finds themselves trailing the Kindred Vikings by a score of 2-1 as we go to the top of the third. Back here in a little bit here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Cole Bollinger back out there for Valley City as we get set to start our top of the third inning. But for Valley City, they're going to be looking to try to minimize any damage that Kindred can put on. Valley City, again, they have a lot of confidence in their lineup, but got to be able to kind of work as a unit in the pitching element of things today, and that'll miss outside. The count goes 1-0. Getty was showing bunt first pitch. I mean, that's when as a pitcher, you almost just soft toss it in there, being like, okay, if you want a bunt, cool. Like, you just lob it in there for a strike because, I mean, this is just play acting. That'll be swung and a miss, and the ball goes 1-1. I mean, I don't know why you're showing bunt there. Everyone knows you're not bunting. It's just goofy in a sense. That one taken in there goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with nobody down. So it'll be Getty, Gronwald, and Johnson due up. Pitch here by Bollinger, and that'll be off the plate for ball 2. You'd expect that if Valley City's going to let somebody go out and maybe burn themselves for the weekend series, it could be Bollinger. So I expect Valley City again would like to keep as many arms available as possible. Full count here at 3-2. This also has not been working well for Valley City. And this goes back to Layton. They've had a lot of counts where they've had them 1-2, and they've not been able to get a put-away pitch, and they haven't really challenged them afterwards, and that's not a great walk to have there. So this will bring up Gronwald, and
third baseman number 5, Tyler Grunwald.
I don't remember this for Valley City in terms of some of the losses they had, at least early on in the year. They had a lot of full counts, and in some situations they just couldn't get the out on. They couldn't get the final strike on a full count pitch, and kind of give away free base runners and kind of leave yourself at the other team's mercy, so to speak. No balls, 1 strike, as that'll be fouled away here. It'll be Tyler Gronwald, followed up by Fisher Johnson. Now look at that second inning for Kindred. Started out with a pop out to short, then a walk, and a wild throw over to second base. Runner pulls it back. Powell throws it again and throws it away. That is the 3rd bad throw from Corbin Powell in this game. I mean, Corbin's got 2 throwing errors in this game, and he's probably lucky he doesn't have 3. This has been rather up and down day for Corbin behind the plate in terms of throwing the ball, not being able to get the ball down. That'll be a ball that Gronwald probably wants to have back. He was squaring around the bunt. That one was thrown right at him, and he didn't pull the bat back to take it for a hit by pitch. He instead kept the bat flush, and he just popped it straight up into the air. So Bollinger has missed wildly pretty much this entire AB, but gets a gift of a strike. Pitch here by Bollinger, in there for a called strike 3, and Gronwald just kind of looked shook on that one, where he was in his head so much about fouling off a pitch that he should have let hit him, and just got locked up by a meatball down the middle, and this will bring up Fisher Johnson. But kind of look at how things have paraded around for Kindred, and it's been Kindred getting a timely hit there in that second inning, just putting it out of the reach of Luke Proska on a dive. Weirdly enough, both teams' first runs came off on a diving plays that weren't made by the left fielder. But that second run you gave up for Valley City, that's the one that gnaws at you a little bit. 1-0 pitch, that'll miss off the plate, and the count goes to 2-0. The fact that both the runs that came in came off free passes, one off a walk, one off a hit by pitch. Those are the ones that annoy you, really, as a manager. 2-0 pitch here by Bollinger, and he'll miss off the plate, and it goes to 3-0. So again, not a lot of brevity being given here to either pitcher in terms of grace on the outside corner. Bollinger working on a 3-0 count here to the pitcher Johnson. Misses outside, ball 4. So this will bring up Max Bernier. So going to the free passes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 walks are hit by pitches issued for the Valley City pitching staff today. And we talked about, this being a challenge not only for Valley City in terms of being able to manage pitch load for various guys, but in also terms of these pitchers dealing with kind of real summer weather for kind of the first time this year. That'll be in there for a strike, and it goes to 0-1. And not only is it hot, but you got a little humidity in there as well. This is when you got to knuckle down and make some pitches. Runner off and going. That'll miss inside, and just pretty much a freebie given up. No one talking out there to the pitcher in terms of the runner leaving for third base. That's just when it's your pitcher, you got to be able to, if you're a fielder, you pretty much got to yell third, or you got to have a call sign, whatever. That tells your pitcher step off the mound, go to third, and try to get that runner. Those be hit high into the air, shallow left field. Proska's going to be the one coming in, makes the catch, and throws it wildly. That's way off target. Runner gets hung up a little bit over at first base, and that'll be a sac fly that comes in and scores off the bat of Bernier. So that'll be a 3-1 lead, and usually that would be Parker Rolsema out in left field, but not in the lineup today. And Proska's throw just not on the money there. That's also a throw that, as a runner at first, so you got to have a little bit of mindset in there as well in terms of going or not. This will be popped up into the air, shallow left center. Bryson looks like he's got a beat on it, but Proska is going to call him off and make the catch. So that'll bring an end to things in the top of the third, but Kindred plugs away with one more run. They now lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
3-1 lead for the Kindred post-117 Vikings as we go to our bottom of the third inning. Now, for Valley City, it's just been a game of kind of a mixture of unfortunate timing and self-inflicted mistakes as kind of look how things have shaken out here. As, of course, you give the 3 runs Kindred have gotten have all come off either walks or free passes. And just, again, you're not limiting mistakes. That's the whole thing. You're not limiting mistakes. You're not limiting handouts, and you can't give handouts to a team as good as Kindred. They're gonna take a lot from you if you do give them those handouts. Corbin Powell leading things off in this inning. That'll be in there for called strike 1. So the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to the Valley City catcher. Powell started out his day with a fly out to center field. That'll be slow curveball by Johnson, still out there, and that's going to move the count to 1-2. One ball, two strikes at the top of the order for Valley City. 1-2-3. Powell, Samuelson, Sikora. And Powell lets that one go for a called strike three. And not a pleasant start to senior day for Corbin Powell in this one. He's had a couple of throwing errors. Has had 3 throws that he desperately wants back. And has got an 0 for 2 day going at the plate. Samuelson comes up here, singled in his first AB, came around to score off the Leighton Hendrickson flare shot. That'll be low and outside, and the count will go to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes here to the Valley City third baseman. That'll be, that caught the top of the zone, and right now there's a steaming Leighton Hendrickson in the hole right now, wondering where that call was a couple innings ago. Samuelson, a little half swing at that one, got jammed, flares it out in the center. A center fielder moves over and makes the catch. Samuelson got tied up on that one, and sometimes you say a half swing, he just got fooled. Either A, it wasn't the pitch he was looking that he thought he was going to get, or he just couldn't get his hands to stop going forward, and that was not a full strength swing from Samuelson, and just little pop-up out to center field. So quick first 2 outs here in the inning, as this will bring up Andrew Sikora. Sikora struck out his first time up, and he didn't get the bat off his shoulder, and he'll take it for a called strike one there. Sikora swings and misses at that one. It goes to 0-2. So Fisher Johnson, after a bit of a tumultuous first, now has settled into a rhythm, with the only thing really being done to him was a slap shot up the middle by Fetch. Sikora, they really went around there, so that's back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts for Andrew Sikora. So the Valley City offense in a little bit of a lull here as we finish up 3 innings of play. It's a 3-1 lead for the Kindred Vikings as we get set to go to the top of the 4th here on KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Bollinger back out there for Valley City as we begin this 4th inning. Handle shot, Fetch on the move, dives, can't get to it. That'll drop in for a single, and well, those are the hits you hate giving up as a pitcher. You make the good pitch, you jam them, it's a bad swing, and it just finds a patch of grass to fall into. It's kind of like one of my golf shots, playing on a course with some hillage to it that I'll absolutely chunk the ball, and then you get a fortunate roll downhill, and the ball winds up on the green. Sometimes it happens in baseball, too. This will be a fly ball. That's a little bit deeper, and Bryson's got a read on it out in center field for out number 1. So the Vikings have gone after the first pitch on the first 2 ABs and have 1 single and 1 out. And this will bring up Brody Baumgarten. Baumgarten 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Alum is high, and the count goes to 1-0. Powell, I think, is almost in a situation right now where he really wants to be able to make amends on a couple of throws that he didn't quite make the best play on. And I don't know if he's going to throw a back pick to first base, but this is a situation where if you're Hess over at first base, you might want to be careful about trying to run here. He's off and going. Low throw by Bollinger. Powell's got no chance. Never want to throw on a low pitch, and I mean, he seeds the ball back right to his pitcher and Bollinger. You can tell he wanted to pop up and make a throw. Even if he doesn't get him out, he just wants to show he can make a good throw. Never gets the opportunity on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bollinger's allowing him to get pretty much 10 feet off the bag at first base. Just, I don't think it's popped up a lot this year, but Valley City, they're not holding the runner on base at all very well. And Kindred's responded by pretty much not respecting their pickoff at all. They're getting 10 feet off the bag, and they're pretty much saying, throw us out if you can. That'll be in there for a strike as Baumgarten was already starting to walk his way down to first base, but now it'll be a full count here at 3-2. Bollinger looking back the man at first base, still dancing around out there. Now we'll go home. That'll be a jam shot. Schwer can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. That's where you need the big man to make a scoop on that one. Schwer is kind of hung up on an in-betweener right there. For one, if it's foul all the way, you can tell he's probably going to lay out more for that. But if he goes do or die on a ball that stays in fair territory, and he might run the risk of that ball getting by him for maybe a soft double. This will be popped up into the air. Bollinger off the mound trying to play it, and it'll be right on top of the mound, and he'll catch it for out number 2. So that'll be the second out here. Going back to that play for Schwer, that's a hard one for Schwer because again, if that ball's kind of lofted over to the manager's box, Schwer's going full out, laying out for it. That one right there, he's kind of caught in between because on one hand he wants to sell out and make the play, but on the other he knows that he kind of has to just be able to knock it down on a ball that's hit there. So, and not put himself at risk for missing the ball entirely. So it's kind of an in-between play there for Schwer, to where if it's more fair or more foul one way or the other, he might actually make that play. That one in there, and the count goes to 0-1. So Shaulman coming up here. He has lined out to second and has drawn a walk in this game. So runner at second base. With a 2 down. I'll be off the corner, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valley City trying to prevent any more 2-out runs from coming across and scoring. That'll be a line drive, and that's going to be another 2-out run. Well, Praska gets a decent read on it. They're going to throw this one in. Samuelson needs a good throw home, and he just doesn't get it out of his glove. So make that 4 2-out runs for the Kindred Vikings today, as they now have a 4-1 lead. And this game reeks very much of the Castleton game for Valley City, where they had so many opportunities where you're looking at get out of the inning right there. And for that Castleton one, it was a combination of walks, fielding errors, and missed opportunities. For Kindred, it's just like they're just getting guys on base with singles and doink shot singles and walks and hit by pitches. And they're making the most of them. I mean, they've gotten a couple of singles that have just fallen in front of Luke Praska. And, again, you're not utterly amazed with what they're doing with the bats. Now, they're putting bat on ball, but not really driving it. Throw down to second base. Powell's got him, and Fetch catches it, and he got him. So Powell able to make up for it with a nice throw down to nail the runner. And so that'll be Shaulman getting picked off there. And that'll bring an end here to the second inning. To the 4th inning. But another 2-out run for the Kindred Vikings. They've scored in the last 3 innings. They now have a 4-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
So it's going to be Cole Bollinger stepping up for his first AB, replacing Leighton Hendrickson in the lineup. First pitch in there for a strike. And I'll start things off 0-1. So 0-1, that one low and outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Hey, look at this game for Valley City, and again, you look up and you're down 4-1. And it is one of those games where you just look at it and go like, we haven't been outplayed this bad. Again, 4-1 is not an insurmountable lead, but I mean, it's not nothing, right? 3 runs ain't nothing. And you just kind of look up and you are kind of mystified how you're down, because you don't, again, feel like you've been outplayed that much. But again, this is what Kindred does. It is boring consistency that drives you mad, and Bollinger goes down on 3 pitches, so that is now 6 straight strikes thrown here by Fisher Johnson. I mean, it also extends out to Fisher Johnson as well, and he's pitching well. He's not blowing you away with velocity. He's not blowing you away with breaking stuff. He's just throwing strikes. And Valley City they haven't been able to do anything with it. They've gotten guys on base, but they're not getting free passes. They're not getting errors. They're not getting any handouts. So, I mean, Kindred's making Valley City have to earn everything, and Valley City, meanwhile, is giving Kindred just enough of a handout to allow them to be out in front. We're now down in the count 0-2, and this is 1 pitch away from pretty much an immaculate inning. Schwer is going to crank this one out to left field. It's going to be most likely caught, so any carryover immaculate inning is squashed, but Valley City has sent 3 men to the plate and has made Fisher Johnson throw a total of 9 pitches. So he's just mowing them down right now. That's the best way to put it. This will bring up Adam Shenenko. Shenenko, 5-3 ground out his first time up. I'll be in there for a strike. That is now 13 straight strikes thrown by Fisher Johnson. 14 if you consider the batter before Sikora. I'll be fouled away, and I mean, he ain't missing. He ain't missing. He's at 45 pitches through 4 innings. He's in the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. And Shenenko goes down. Another just Valley City, they can't touch him right now. They got to him a little bit in that first inning. Since then, Valley City might as well be going up there with blindfolds, because they just cannot touch him right now. Again, not overwhelming you with velocity, not overwhelming you with breaking ball stuff, but Fisher Johnson just got Valley City 5 shades of bamboozled right now as we go to our top of the 5th inning. Still a manageable game. Valley City trails 4-1, but they need to throw up some more zeros and be able to get the bats going. Back here after this break on KOVC.
Leave us food best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Cole Bollinger back out there to start this fifth inning. So he's at 40 pitches right now. Bunt again being shown. And it's just the second time that this particular batter has shown bunt on the first pitch, and he's pulled it back. And Carson Getty, I mean, he did this last time. At some point, if you're a pitcher, you got one or two options. One, you lob the ball in there and you just tell him to hit this, or you do what the old school mindset is and say, like, okay, you want to square around and bunt, you're getting brushed. It's old school. And I'm not saying it's right, but it stops them. That'll be fouled away in it, and the count goes to 1-2. Again, all these are head games, mind games, gamesmanship, so to speak, by Getty. And as a pitcher, you're allowed to have gamesmanship yourself. 1-2 pitch, that'll be outside, and it goes to 2-2. And right now, if you're looking at this for Bollinger, if he's just going to be, the sacrificial lamb might not be the best terminology here, but in terms of who Valley City could burn, and in terms of just, who they could burn essentially and just say net loss, he's just not going to be able to go on Friday, Saturday. Right now, you're at 44 pitches. You're 2 away from having him be out 2 days. Doesn't get the call on the outside half, and it's another one of these counts where you have him down 1-2, and you can't put him away. Again, this is why Kindred is winning this game right now. They've had pesky at-bats. Slow roller here. Samuelson comes in, bare hands it, throw to first, not going to be made. He takes a bite out of it. I mean, that's an annoying at-bat if you're Bollinger. Again, you had him down 1-2. You make a bad pitch to put him at 2-2. You feel like you should have got the call on 2-2, but instead it goes to 3-2. And this guy who's whipping around showing bunt, trying to gloat or one-up you in a sense, essentially trying to get in your head, hits one off the handle, and he's shaking his hands all the way down to first base for a single. That'll miss up, and it goes now to a 1-0 count. So this will bring up Tyler Gronwald. Gronwald 0 for 2 today, ground out to third and a strikeout. Bollinger misses inside, and it goes to 2-0. So you're looking at the situation right now for Bollinger. He's eclipsed the 2-day rest threshold now at 49 pitches. He's got till 60 until he's got to miss 3 days. If he's going to miss 3 days, might as well leave them all out there for 120. Unless, obviously, dehydration, arm issue, something like that. But, again, you get to this point, if you get them past 2 days rest, you might as well have them go all. This will be a line drive. Fetch dives and makes the catch. So Fetch able to run over to that gap between short and third, dive and make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Impressive play by one of the Valley City seniors.
The pitcher, number 23, Fisher Johnson.
That'll be Fisher Johnson coming up. Johnson, along with having himself a pretty good game in terms of pitching, has managed to get on base once as well on a walk. Johnson hits this one up into the air. Fetch trying out to get it, and he'll run over and make the catch over towards the left field line. That'll be out number 2. That's not an easy play to make. It'll go down in the books as a pop-out 6, but, I mean, that's what I like to call the Bermuda Triangle of misfortune for defense when you got 3 players running in on the ball. Usually that's when the ball drops, and Fetch, a lot of his defensive responsibility being shortstop, and he makes a good play there. Runner off and going, and Powell leaves it a little bit short. If that ball gets there and it stays up, the runner's out by plenty, but sometimes there is the jester that you sometimes can't throw out or just make a play on, and you can tell right now that Getty right now is a bit a thorn in the side of LSC. Might not even be a thorn. Might just be a pebble. Kind of a pebble in the sneaker, so to speak. Count goes to 0-2. Pitch to Max Bernier. Swung on and bounced straight up into the air. Powell falls down. He can't get to it. And now he's trying to come home and score. Powell's going to move over and tag him out. I mean, that's the runner trying to run over Corbin Powell. Getty's already toting a line here. It was a single already by Bernier. It was an infield single. Corbin doesn't get to the ball, falls down, slaps the ground a little bit, and Getty's got no chance of getting home. As long as Powell doesn't stumble getting to him, he's out. And instead of slowing down, Getty kind of lowers the shoulder a little bit and tries to run through Powell. And that's just – it's the one thing to square around and bunt and trying to show up the pitcher a little bit and trying to do all the irritating things. And it's another to lower the shoulder and try to run through the catcher. We're getting to line toting part of this game. So good news for Valley City is, though, that's going to be the end of the 5th inning. As we now go to the bottom of the 5th, it is still 4-1 Kindred. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
We're back here to begin our bottom of the 5th inning. 4-1 lead for the Kindred Vikings, and this will bring up Chase Coughlin. And Valley City, they're going to try to just, make Fisher Johnson do something resembling work out there, because he has not really had to work in any of the last 2 innings. It took 9 pitches to get through the last one and continues to throw strikes here. We're up to close to 20 straight strikes that Fisher Johnson has thrown in this one. 0-1 pitch here, and oh my God, he's human. He throws one outside for a ball. That is his first ball in an inning and 2/3, I think. Now Coughlin will foul that one away, and it goes to 1-2. So it's 7-8-9 for Valley City. Coughlin, Fetch, and Hack, although that's not necessarily a bad thing for Valley City. Fetch and Hack, not bad setup men for the top of the order. Coughlin gets locked up there for a called strike. And, again, it's not the velocity. It is just – I talked about how James Schwer he's gotten better in terms of his pitching IQ, in terms of being able to lay traps, in terms of being able to disguise his pitches and being able to tunnel his stuff. That's what Fisher Johnson's doing. Again, he's pitching well. He's not fallen into a predictable sequence. And Valley City's kind of caught in between a space right now of, well, do we try to run up his count right now because he's only at 50 and we're now in the 5th inning? Or, yep, it just ain't Valley City's night tonight. Fetch hits one right on the screws, and Johnson just sticks out his glove and says, looky what I found, and it's an out. Yeah, it ain't your night tonight. Or it ain't your night yet, but just, yeah. For as good as Trevor Fetch has been running at the plate as of late, that stinks. I'll be in there to Bryson Hack, and the count goes to 0-1. Again, this is a rather boring but dominant Kindred performance. Fisher Johnson, he's racking up strikeouts. He's not blowing it by anybody, but he's just locating his stuff on the outside half, and Kindred's running the bases, being aggressive. Valley City's made enough mistakes to make this a 4-1 lead for Kindred. 1 ball, 2 strikes here as Heck lays off on that outside pitch. 1-2 pitch. Bryson hits a chopper over to short. Got a nice high hop to throw on. Throw over to first is in time. So another 1-2-3 frame, and Valley City still cannot make Fisher Johnson work on the mound as he cruises through another rapid-fire 1-2-3 inning. So we now go to our top of the 6th inning, still a 4-1 lead for the Kindred Vikings.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
New pitch out here for Valley City. It'll be Brody Mueller coming on to pitch. Not a bad performance from Cole Bollinger, just maybe a little unfortunate in terms of luck. That'll be hit right back to Mueller. Mueller knocks it down, and luckily he's okay. Looks like he got his glove up to stop that one. Corbin going to go out to check on his pitcher, but it looks like that he's going to be okay. So, I mean, it's 1 pitch, 1 out, which is how you always want to start, but you don't want to start off with the ringer off the hands. Let's bring up Graham Hess. Hess, strikeout and a walk today. So Mueller trying to guide Valley City home in these last 2 innings, but I imagine he is probably one of the players that's on a pretty rigid 1-day pitch count. But he also, I could see where Valley City, again, after this pitch, I'll give you my philosophy. That's going to be swung and a miss, goes to 1-1. We've seen a lot in series where it's Valley City pitches, Bryson Heck, James Schwer. I think you see Bryson Heck and James Schwer get split off in these next 2 series. They'll be swung on a miss, count goes 1-2. So you expect probably Leighton Hendrickson or maybe Cole Bollinger or maybe Brody Mueller to get a start. So I think Valley City is going to split their 2 pitchers in these last 2 series. And I think if Bollinger is, I think Leighton got pulled on the 1-day rest, so I think he'll be the one that goes on Friday. And you got to expect that Bollinger got pulled within the 2-day window, and now you're hoping Mueller can make it through. But it's got to work better than that as he hits a batsman. So add up another free pass given away by this Valley City pitching staff. Second batsman hit today by Valley City. Count them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 free passes in terms of walks and hit by pitches for Valley City today. This will bring up Gabe Iverson. I'll be ground ball over to third. Samuelson gets it, bobble it. Only play is going to be at first. Carries Schwer off the bag, and Samuelson didn't pick that one cleanly over at third base. Came charging in, trying to get to that one. Couldn't get the seamless transition from his glove to his hand. Dropped it and didn't make an accurate throw over to first base. And that'll get scored as an E5. It's a tough one for Samuelson because it's not an easy ball. It's not an easy play to make, but it's one that you'd like him to make. Ground ball up the middle. Might be a double play ball. Fetch gets him at second. Throw to first. Not in time, but ultimately you do get one. So That'll be fetch. Didn't field it cleanly. Had a little bobble as he ran over towards second base, but managed to get a containment on the ball as he stepped on second. But Baumgarten hustling out of the box, able to beat it out on the unassisted six fielder's choice. So let's bring up Jake Schallman. Schallman, a walk, a line out to second, and a single, but got thrown out at second base to end the fourth. Runner off and going. Powell pump fakes the throw down to second, and he'll throw it back over here to Mueller. So Baumgartner will pick up the stolen bag. It was a called strike, so the count starts off 0-1. No balls, one strike. That'll miss high, and it goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valley City looking to throw up consecutive zeros for the first time this game. That'll miss outside, and it goes to 2-1. Yeah, you expect Mueller probably has probably got 2 days rest worth of pitches in him, which would give him 60 to try to get through 2 innings. 2-1 pitch here by Mueller. Backdoors him, and that'll be a 2-2 count. And it goes so 1 pitch away from getting out of it. I mean, this is a big pitch in terms of setting yourself up for success, not only in the 7th inning potentially, but also in terms of down the road here on Friday, Saturday. Pop up, and Samuelson not going to get that one, as that one carries about 10 or so feet out of play. So we've had issues today for Valley City being able to get these batters put away in these situations. Again, for Kindred, you're not really amazed by anything they're doing with the bat, with the glove, but they're just making the winning plays. And Valley City, they've made a few plays that have not put them in the best situation. And Mueller able to get a call that, well, we haven't seen Valley City get very much today, but better late than never, as that high inside pitch called a strike, and Mueller able to sit down the side on 13 pitches. So a bit of traffic on the base pass, but ultimately able to throw up a much-needed 0. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Score still tied 4-1.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Corbin Powell set to lead off this bottom of the 6th inning, and I mean, this is pretty much make or break time for Valley City right now. They've only got 2 ABs through their first 5 innings of play. Powell's out in front of that one. He'll foul it away. Kindred giving pursuit of that one, but that'll carry out. Left fielder decided he really wanted to run 100 feet to watch the ball sail 20 feet out of play. Getty, who is in left field, will be leading off the 7th inning for post 117. Powell out in front of that one, and he's just hoping this carries out. Catcher trying to find it, but that'll get to the netting. And that'll go to 0-2. Powell's at a bit of a tumultuous senior day for him. 0-for-2 day at the plate, now finds himself down 0-2 in this count as well. Couple throwing errors in this one as well, and well, a couple throws are on target. It might be 2-1 instead of 4-1. I'll be off the plate, and the count goes to 1-2. But what he's got to do here is just not press himself and to try and do something spectacular when the mundane will do. That'll miss low, doesn't chase. Got rung up his last time up on a very similar pitch. That one just a smidge lower, and it'll go to 2-2. Fisher Johnson still out there for Kindred. That'll be lower, and it goes to 3-2. Well, see, you just feel like they just need just to see something go right for them. I mean, they've been mowed down so quickly in these innings, they haven't really had time to even think. So now you just need to try to get something going. And Corbin able to draw a walk, and that one stayed up. So Corbin does a good job there. Fell behind in the count, then works his way back. Takes a close pitch on a 1-2. Then gets a 2-2 pitch off the plate. Doesn't get caught chasing. That one right up there. That's one up in the zone. It was definitely a ball, but easily one you could see a desperate hitter like Powell could have been to take a rip at and try to tomahawk it, but he kept the bat on the shoulder and draws a team first walk, and this will bring up Samuelson. He's got one of only 3 hits today for Valley City. Small lead for Powell off first base. That'll be outside, and the count goes to 1-0. This just has to be a series of team first at-bats right here. Can't be caught trying to do too much. And Valley City does have a shakeup in that cleanup spot with Hendrickson being pulled in the first, after his first time up in the 2nd inning. Bollinger hit. Now you expect Mueller to be the next one hitting for Valley City. Samuelson smokes this one down the left field line, and that's fair. Powell is hustling hard. Getty can't cut it off, was bobbling around, but Powell thought it got cut off, and that probably cost Valley City a run. So I'd have to see what happened on that one. That one, even if that one got cut off by Getty and didn't bobble it, you'd expect Powell to just be burning and turning going to third. I don't know if he blew a wheel going around the bag to third base or what happened there, but, well, for Powell, again, he makes it to third. You got 2 men in scoring position, but part of you for Valley City maybe feels like that you should have had a run there. And Powell just tripped going around the bag. Going back and looking at the replay there, Powell just tripped going around the bag. So now it'll be Andrew Sikora coming up, and got runners at second and third here. Nobody down. Sikora rips this one high into center field. Should be enough to score Powell. Samuelson, you got to expect he's tagging too. He just shows a bluff, and Powell will jog home for a sac fly. So Sikora does the job right there, puts up a sac fly, and now we'll make it a 2-run ball game. Now Samuelson kind of showed a feint. Pretty much what he's doing on that play is you're wondering, well, why are you feinting going to third and not just, full steam ahead to third? What Samuelson's trying to do is he's trying to bait the throw to second base and essentially guarantee Powell scores. And that's what he did. I'll be low and outside for ball 1. So this will be Brody Mueller taking this AB. If you're Brody Mueller, just find a way to get on base. Find a way to be productive. Doesn't matter how you do it. Mueller hits this one out in the left field. That'll get down. Samuelson will just end up jogging over to first base, and Mueller off the bench with a knock. And he steps up cold, and he makes a big swing in a big spot. Now what had been a pretty low-stress day for Fisher Johnson now is going to see the manager come out for a visit. So 2 men on, tying a run at first base as the mound visit is underway for the Kindred Vikings back here after the break.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
So 4-2 lead here for the Kindred Vikings, but Valley City for the first time since the first inning showing some life on offense as now the tying run over at first base in the form of Brody Mueller. Brody Mueller also a courtesy runner usually for Valley City for either Corbin or James or name the pitcher for when they're out there. He had a courtesy run appearance earlier in this game when it was late and I was on the mound, so don't know if you'll see Mueller get pulled off for a courtesy runner. Valley City, high school-wise, they were very aggressive in terms of stealing bases. And this season, they've been a little bit more cerebral in the summer. Don't know if you push the envelope here, just seeing if you can get a man 2-minute scoring position, put the tying run at second. Even if the runner gets thrown out at second base, you get the runner home from third, and it's a one-run game. Don't know if you make that sacrifice or not. Schwer comes up here. He's flying out to left twice. And he got the one. That's the one you want. Oh, that's a hanger. That's a hanger down the middle, and you let it go. That's the one you got to smoke. 0-1 pitch coming up here. That'll be bottom of the zone, and the count now goes to 0-2. Third baseman, Gronwald, pinching in here on James Schwer, anticipating a bunt. But just might be the biggest AB of the game. Schwer reaches out, taps it over to third. Samuelson comes charging in, and it gets under the glove. Mueller is going to hold at second base, and that is a critical error by Gronwald. I don't know if they go home on that play. Samuelson went on contact, and Schwer hit that one so soft that I think the prominent play would have been just go to first. Go to first and give yourself a chance to get out of the inning with just by being able to sit down Shenenko, but they just can't make the play right there. Let's bring up Adam Shenenko, and so now James is getting pulled off here. This might be James. I don't know if he would officially be acknowledged as the pitcher right now. If it's Hudson Krewald coming in to run, so wouldn't surprise me if James comes out here to try to throw up a zero. That'll be shot the other way, and that'll be a knock. So Valley City, are they going to try to score the man? No, they're not, and that is going to be Adam Shenenko coming up here. So now it'll be a bases loaded situation for Valley City. For Chase Coughlin, talked about in the Sanford Health pregame show about you put Coughlin in a situation like this, see what he's got, and well, this is when you need the young man that doesn't get a lot of ABs to step up. Shenenko puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now the tying run at third as well. This is when you need Coughlin to just buckle down here. Put a good AB on the board. Fetch just hit the ball hard twice behind you. So 2 balls and no strikes. Cogs got caught chasing that time. He's sitting dead right on a 2-0 fastball, and you can't blame him. He got the 2-0 slide piece, which is just diabolical and good pitching. 2-1 pitch, fastball, Cogs is behind it, and it'll go to 2-2. And that he's late on that fastball because of the slider that was thrown beforehand. 2-0 bases loaded. Situation like this, you're sitting dead red fastball all day, and you get the slider, and now you're confused, and yeah, that's why you're late. Chases that one and fouls it away. He's taken a rip here at 2 pitches in the last 3 that he's probably should have let go. If he takes those 2, he's on first base, but he's trying to make something happen here, but he's got to be patient. 2-2 pitch off the plate, ball 3. Valley City under no obligation to run, even though there's bases loaded. There's only 1 out. Coughlin, bare minimum. If you're putting the ball in play, you want to shoot it towards the second base side. 3-2 pitch. Coughlin hits this one up into the air. Valley City tagging the tying run. They're going to send them. The throw is slightly up the line, and we got ourselves a tie game. So Valley City with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning to pull even. It's a good job hitting there by Coughlin. If it's a better throw, most likely the runner's out, but he does his job. Again, even though you can say a better throw gets him, the thing is, put it in play and just see what happens sometimes. Sometimes you get a bad throw. And Valley City's used a couple sac flies here to tie the game. Now this will be Trevor Fetch. He's hit the ball hard twice today. I'll be up and inside to Fetch, and it goes to 1-0. Fetch hit a single up the middle in the 2nd inning and then got robbed his last time up as Fisher caught a comebacker to the mound. That'll be in there for a called strike, and it goes to 1-1. So Valley City showing some guts here and being able to tie this game up at 4. I'll be low and in the dirt, and it goes to 2-1. And for Valley City, you got experienced bats now coming up. 8-9 sometimes where you try to hide some less experienced bats. You got Fetch and Heck coming up, who are 2 of the most experienced bats you have. Allen is high and outside, and it goes to 3-1. And, I mean, both these guys can square one up, and Fetch certainly not above taking a walk here to try to move the line along. 3-1 pitch. Oh, gets the call. Oh, that's bad. You don't want Fetch ripping at that one. Runners are off and going, which helps Valley City out on a 3-2 count to get the go-ahead run in motion. Guarantees almost a score on a single. And Fetch will get dusted back, and I think he got hit by a pitch. So Fetch will draw the hit by pitch. Would have been a walk anyway. You can tell Fetch is trying to jump out of the way of that one. The reason why is if he jumps out of the way of that, yes, he goes down to first base with the ball still live, meaning that it gets to the backstop, and with the runner already coming from second, he might be able to wheel around if that ball gets a good kick and be able to try to come around the score. But lets it go, but gets hit on the toe, and this will load the bases up for Bryson Heck. So bases loaded, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll float up there, and he'll take ball 1. For Bryson, his best swing is hitting this ball out to right center. He needs to put on his best swing here. And he hits this one out in the left center. That'll fall down for a hit, down past the left fielder, down past Getty, and this will score 3. So the man who's been antagonizing Valley City pitchers at the plate all day tried to run over Corbin Powell earlier in the game, comes up short on the dive, and Valley City takes a 3-run lead. That ball just out of the reach of Getty. He's had 2 plays that he's almost made, but almost is good enough in horseshoes and hand grenades, and that time he can't make the catch in left. Those are 4 runs that have come in to score with balls that have been just out of his reach. So Valley City will now take a 7-4 lead at least into the 7th inning. Back here after the break on the Voice of the Valley. Pitching change coming up.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
This week, shop the summer cool down sale at Lever's and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99. Our Family purified water, $4.99. Our Family potato chips, $1.66. Extra large red, green, or black seedless grapes, just $2.49 a pound. And bone-in pork shoulder, only $2.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Valley City with a 7-4 lead. 6 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, including the all-important bases clearing double by Bryson Heck, just out of the reach of Getty. And this will bring up Corbin Powell. So Valley City has hit around in the inning, and it all started off with Corbin Powell drawing that kind of team-first walk and just kind of slowly but surely kept the line moving. That'll run inside and hit Powell, and yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Not at all. Nope, that's not suspicious whatsoever. I'll leave my thoughts and feelings at the door on that one. Yeah. Okay. So Samuelson, double his last time up to start in this inning. That'll be off the plate, and it goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down. Now a courtesy runner coming in for Powell makes sense. Now running first base, number 22, Lane Jorgensen. It'll be Jorgensen, coming in the run. So 2 down and 2 men on. Pitch to Jack. That'll be in there for a strike, and it goes to 1-1. You look at the opportunities that the Vikings had to get out of this inning, and they just could not close the door. And there have been patient at bats. The thing is that there haven't really been a whole lot of there hasn't been a lot of unproductiveness in this inning. I mean, the 2 outs Valley City has, they're both sac flies. So even their outs this inning have been productive. 2-1 pitch here to Samuelson. Samuelson a little late on that one. Jammed up inside. Will foul that one away, and it goes to 2-2. So Samuelson, single and a double today. I think he's actually the only Valley City player with multiple hits. Now, the 4 spot does have multiple hits, with Hendrickson getting an RBI single and Brody Mueller getting a single, but obviously not the same player. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Samuelson. Skies it up. Foul territory over to the first base side. First baseman's twirling around trying to find it, and he'll bring it in. So Samuelson will pop out to first to end the inning, and that'll be interesting to see who's going to come out of the inning for Valley City to try to shut this down, as now an unexpected save situation has popped up, and it looks like it's going to be Corbin Powell coming out of the dugout to try to shut this one down for Valley City. So the senior getting the closing opportunity here on Senior Day. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
So Corbin Powell coming out to try to close this down. Now, the interesting thing is here, James Schwer is still at first base. So they might just be putting Ty Cordy in here behind the dish. As Ty Cordy is the B-team catcher for Valley City. And yeah, so it is going to be Ty Cordy coming in to catch. So again, Rolsema not in the lineup today. He is the usual backup catcher. And the thing you got to say with Corbin is you can't be too amped up. Again, this is an emotional day for playing an emotional game. You got your third-string catcher essentially behind the dish. You talk about sometimes with catchers how you got to take care of your pitchers. This is a pitcher, you got to take care of your catcher here. You can't put Cordy in a bad spot here. Got to take care of him, throw strikes. First pitch here, and that'll be fouled away. And shockingly enough, now that Getty's team's losing, he no longer wants to fool around and show bunt first pitch. Funny how that works. It's easy to clown around when you're up by 3 runs, but when you're down by 3 runs, all of a sudden now it's time to get serious. No balls, 1 strike here after that foul ball. Corbin comes set and kicks, tries to fire a breaking ball that doesn't break down, and it'll stay up, and it goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not sure if this was the game plan from the beginning for Valley City. Again, knowing you're trying to preserve bullets here, but you had Mueller, who has closed out games before, that was well within the ability to finish this one out. Ground ball over to Samuelson, throw to first. Good throw by Jack, and that'll be out number 1. Again, this is time when you're a Corbin Powell, you got to go reward the manager for putting you in this situation. Again, Mueller's closed games out before, but you trust Mueller to be able to get 3 outs. But this is also a situation, he talked about it in the pregame show, you're going to need somebody to step up here. And Mueller stepped up, he threw up a 0, and Cole Bollinger, he threw up some good innings as well. Now it's time for Corbin, you got to go throw up a 0 here too. It's a fly ball over to Andrew Sikora. He'll move over and make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here, and it's Fisher Johnson, or excuse me, pinch hitter for Fisher Johnson. This will bring up Jack Savago.
Right fielder number 11, Jack Savago.
So Savago actually came in last half inning as a defensive replacement. So he'll be getting the AB in this one. I'll be in the dirt, and it goes to 1-0. So saw Corbin again be used as a little bit of a high leverage reliever last year. Now it's, again, there's a little bit more pitching depth than you thought, and Corbin hasn't had to throw a whole lot this year, but it's a big spot for him right here. I'll be in there for a strike. Good frame up by Cordy, and it'll go to 1-1. Again, protect your young catcher here and don't put him in a bad spot. Give him balls that he can frame, make his life easy. Good job there by Cordy. Snags that one on the outside half, and Cordy's kind of got that nice little kind of grab and pop, grab and pick. We'll snag on the outside corner and kind of snap his glove to the middle. So he snagged a couple of 50-50 balls for strikes, and this will make it 1-2. Possible final pitch here. Swung on and missed. Cordy digs it out of the dirt, tags the man out, and Corbin Powell, the senior, finishes it up on Senior Day. Valley City with a big 6 inning, 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to stun the Kindred post-117 Vikings. And Valley City talked about wanting some good vibes, some good momentum going into the final 2 series of the year. This is about as big of a vibe check as you can get for Valley City right now. as Corbin Powell goes in, slams the door. 1, 2, 3. Ty Cordy, that last batter, man, steals 2 50-50 calls and able to get in front of it, make a nice block, able to just smother the runner before he's able to take off and go, get him out at first base, and you steal one. Every once in a while you steal one, and Valley City stole one here. Valley City wins this one 7-4. Take one last look at our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 7 runs for Valley City, 7 hits, 3 errors. 2 of those by Corbin Powell on throwing errors, one of them on Jack Samuelson. For Kindred, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. That error, a big one, as it allowed Valley City to, well, maybe extend that inning just long enough to take the lead. So Valley City, they will take a gritty 7-4 win, 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to steal this one away from Kindred. So that'll be it for me today. Thank you all for listening, whether it's on KOVC or over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Thank you for tuning in today. For those of you listening over on 1490 AM 96.3 FM KOVC, we got some more great music coming up next. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.